Can these compete?
I think they can. I think they can. They need access to the land and the capital to start, but if they're not inventory intensive, which most grocery stores are, which keep the margins really small because they have to keep a lot of items in stock, and by keeping the focus on the healthy food items and working with innovative partnerships, some public and private partnerships where investors in the local community see the benefit of having a store for their community, and to keep people within within the area, giving them access to nutritious foods. That's the health of the community comes out of all of these things, such as the choices we make with our diet and whether or not we have good food choices even available to us.
And again, you mentioned the farmers and the locally grown produce. That does sound like that is probably going to be a key to a lot of these smaller stores in rural, remote areas.
Well, it is. It's a win-win with as with many of our local kind of food initiatives, where we have a lot of farmers in Oklahoma, and we have some very thriving markets in mostly urban and suburban areas and some of our rural areas. But we also have people that lack access to good food, homegrown or otherwise. And so connecting those dots to being able to grow more food for the local community and helping develop the infrastructure. These community healthy corner store type initiatives are a piece of the infrastructure that's missing right now. Whereas a farmer may only be able to sell from their farm or travel great distance to a farmer's market. There's not a lot in between, and having a retail outlet that they can regularly sell to and provide their crops to is a way to grow their farm business, and to have a known reliable market that will be open daily and weekly.
And this is an initiative that speaks both to the health of Oklahomans physically as well as economically.
It does. It does. Well, and having a corner type market like our parents and grandparents grew up with, and some of us probably over 50 or so maybe knew of the corner market. It was a place you could walk to. And that's the problem a lot of times, especially in the rural, but in the urban areas too. These food deserts, again, being a place where we lack convenient access to affordable, nutritious foods. If it's 5 miles away in an urban area and you don't have a vehicle, or you only have one and you have 2 people working, and you're relying on public transit, or there's not public transit, walking isn't really an option. So having stores that we can walk to not only improves the access, but it also helps our physical health.
And very much sounds like almost on what I would call the European model, the way that they shop. And maybe in some other larger towns where they have markets on corners. I mean, is this and I'm going to restructure my question, is this just an issue in Oklahoma, or are we seeing this nationwide?
It's definitely nationwide that it's an issue, and it's being addressed nationwide. There's a lot of excellent models that are out there that can kind of shine the path for us. Pennsylvania has had some huge successes. California and Oakland areas, going into very challenging communities in terms of economics and crime and poverty, and often that's connected with their access to nutritious foods, and often really high density of fast food establishments in these places, and providing choices. And so yeah, it's something that is really happening across the nation that we're looking at carefully in Oklahoma, because it's creating issues, and we've got some great opportunities.
All right. Thank you, Doug.
Okay, thank you.